Hi everyone, I'm doing another 25-minute video on ICC. I've got Zedrick from Colombia. He's rated 13-12, so I should be a clear favorite for this game. Let's see. We got a French defense. Let's see what he's going to do here. Obviously I can play this moves pretty fast because this is part of my chessable repertoire. Knight to c6 actually is not their most common move, but it can be played. I had this recently in a tournament game. So basically you want to play in almost exactly the same way you do against the main line, which was knight to f6 or c5. Now he can't play c5, so I might play bishop to b5 because of that. Just take the knight, maybe double his pawns. Should be okay. Oh, that's weird. That is very, very unusual. Yeah, well, that's why he's rated so low, so I almost want to take on f5, then play bishop b5, and then knight to e5. That should be painful for him because then I can play queen to h5 check. Will be nasty for him. And he can't afford not to take back. And I'm gonna take on f5 just because you can't take back with a queen. Let's do it. This might be a short game. I think this is very bad for black. So bishop b5, knight to e5. I mean, let's give it a go.
Check.
I mean, what is he doing? I was gonna play my knight here anyway. I'm gonna castle next, put the rook on the open file. Well, he's forcing me to take now.
Check.
Okay. I'm just gonna castle next, and then he has a lot of problems to deal with. And that knight is a very nice knight. Really? Can I not just play queen to h5 check, causing you a lot of problems? Or is it better to play c3 first? c3, queen a4. He's okay in that line, isn't he? Queen to h5 check. He has to play. Yeah, that's gotta be good for me. He has to play g6 when I can take. If he takes back, I win his rook because I can always escape. I think that has to be good. Queen to h5. He has to play g6. I mean, he could move. The e file also becomes open, and my rook is gonna come there very, very soon. Of course, play knight to c6. No, I like that much though.
Check.
I'll go for this before he plays knight to f6. And this is why f5 is bad if you're watching this. Like, I don't think black's position is very comfortable after this. I mean, it looks terrible. He has to play g6, and I can just take now, I believe. I mean, I suppose he can play queen to f7. Queen to f7. I can play knight back to f4 though, and I'm still winning a pawn. and I can also give a check on E1. So I'm going to do this. Why don't he plays knight to f6? I just want his queen. He can take my queen, I don't mind. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I didn't calculate that too deeply, but I think it's fine. It's a typical idea, queen to h5 check, and if they have to play g6, it's usually not good for them. I mean, I think his best move is queen to f7, from what I can see. I mean, if he finds something better, that will be a lesson for me to slow down and think a bit more. But I think the reasons might be a quick game. Alright, queen to f7, rook to e1 check. Is that worth it? I mean, why not get my rook to the open file? Oh, I could actually play queen to e2 check as well, and then win the rook. I mean, here I could take the queen, and then win a pawn. I wanted to get more out of this. Maybe I can play queen to h4. Queen to h4. Maybe that's best. Otherwise, I might be letting him off easily. Queen to h4, I mean, if he takes my knight, I take his rook. Is my queen getting out of that? I think so. I do have rook to e1 coming. Queen to h4, is that the best way to punish him? At least I'll win an exchange, right? Not just a pawn. I'm gonna give it a try. That's the beauty of a knight on g6 when he's underdeveloped. That's why if you're playing black on this line in the French, instead of playing f5, which looks nice, you should probably castle, try and castle quicker, or don't play the French. French players usually like to play c5 as well, and not block their c7 pawn like Zedrick did. I think this is completely winning for white. Don't really see what black is doing. But even if black finds a magical win here, or some magic defensive resource, you don't want to be playing this kind of position as black, do you? I mean, white is completely castled. I have made logical moves every single time. Okay, he's giving me the rook. Let's take that. Okay, it's bishop b7. He's going to try and castle on the other side. I can play knight to f3 and then bishop to g5 though. So is he going to try and win my d4 pawn to make things up? I'm up on exchange. Right, what is that all about? He's dropping his knight, first of all. I can just win the knight on f6, which I'm just gonna do because that is ridiculous, that move. Thank you. Now he should resign because he just gave me that knight for no reason. I mean, queen to e2. He had to play bishop b7 and castle and try and trap my queen somehow. But to that I was going to play knight to f3 and then rook to e1 and bishop to g5, and I thought white was, yeah, crushing. So I think that will be most likely the end of the game. And he's going to play a few more moves. Okay. I have so many moves now. I could play queen takes on d4, anything, but I think the best move is knight here. Just trying to play knight to e1. I mean, what's he saying? That he's gonna let me take his queen, and then what? I mean, he's not gonna queen the other pawn, is he? So let's go ahead and do this. I might play queen to c6 for the fun of it. After taking, of course. Queen to c6 wins the rook on a8, which I could have probably done a move before. Well, I could have done it here. Just pick up the rook. Okay, so
check.
And then checkmate into. Yes, to play king to d7, queen to e6, check. Alright, he can play that. I'm still gonna lead to mate though, so.
Check. Check.
Yes. No, that's not checkmate. I was gonna say, he can run away. Don't run away.
Check. Check.
Where should I check him to quickly finish this? I mean, I don't want to take the pawn because he wins my rook. So I want to check him first and then take the pawn with the bishop. So here. I could also go here. That leaves my rook undefended though,
Check.
so that's good. Let's do this. Let's keep it simple. I mean, this is... yeah, he should be resigning. Not interesting anymore, is it? That was his last hope, wasn't it? Okay, well... I could just win the rook now. So I'm gonna go and do that.
Check.
I could have won the bishop as well, but I like the rook better.
Check.
You have to remember there is no stalemate as long as he can move his pawns. So I can take my time. Just, yeah, he finally resigns. I'll quickly look at examine this game. Show my recent games. So this is all book moves, and here it's unusual for black to play knight to c6, but I had a tournament game recently where I lost to that opening because I felt a bit uncomfortable, as it's not the main move. I thought black was trying to trick me the whole time, and he had some special plan, but I think it's just a bad move, to be honest. Knight to c6. I think, yeah, c5 is better. So the computer likes this for white as well. It's not the main line. Because I had this recently, I looked it up and now I'm always going to remember it. don't be scared, this is not great for black. And be careful because you can lose as I did. But yeah, not a problem. And then here, yeah, the computer hates this move. He's almost done a pawn by doing that. And apparently my best move is e5, but I wanted to get my knight to e5. So I think what I did was fine. Yeah, the computer likes it as well. And now he has to play bishop to d6, knight to f6. And knight to f6 would be a good move. He has to give up the pawn. He has to be sort of a gambit. But he wants to keep the pawn, and now he gets into more trouble. Bishop b5, knight f6 is his best move. He plays that check, which is just playing into my plan because I want to put my knight there anyway, which is he helps me do. That's where my knight was going anyway. He can't take it, and I'm going to castle next turn, and that knight is unpinned. So he has to play bishop d7 now desperately, and instead he does this, which again plays right into what I'm doing. And now after castles, his c6 pawn is threatened, and also queen to h5 has happened in the game, which got really nasty for him. So queen to f6, yeah, so queen to f6 protects kind of everything, because then I can't play knight takes on g6. Now he's already, look at that rating. Yeah, this is why you don't play f5. This is really bad for black already. White is having all the fun. I can even play rook e1 here instead of going for queen h5 check straight away. He's a rook down, and actually it's material wise we're even. He hasn't lost material because his structure is so bad and his development is so terrible. It's akin to being down a whole rook. And this is why I recommend studying openings to people of any level, because being rated 1300 is not a bad rating, and I'm sure he's a good player, and if he had more time to think, he would give me a good game. But because he got so lost in the opening, and I knew my openings, he went downhill so quickly here.
Check.
That's not even the best move. So what was the best move? Rook to e1. I can see why, but I just went for a quick win as I saw it. And knight takes on g6. I'm up almost a whole piece. Not as good as a rook, but you know, queen h4 was the right move. Yeah, and then after he lost his rook here, he just lost it completely. I think he has to play as c takes on d4, but he could play bishop to b7 maybe, and then castle longside. I can't play rook to e1 yet, so yeah, here he's just down almost a whole queen. Yeah, queen takes on f6. Game over. Yeah, queen to c6 check, pick up the rook. I saw that later, but white is just winning so massively here. I just didn't really. You can find so many different ways to win that it's not even worth looking anymore. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll try and record a few more videos soon. Bye bye.